What is up? My name's Brad and we are back with Operation N64. So for anyone that's new to the channel, in this series we're trying to build an N64 collection starting off with just £10 by using our charity shops, our car boots, our Facebook marketplace, looking for stuff for cheap that we can sell for a profit to build a game fund to buy N64 bangers. Now before we get into this episode, I just want to say thank you for all your responses to the last video, it is time to build BRAD HQ Volume 2. Yeah, thanks for all your comments, I really appreciate it. And the response to the giveaway, it was crazy. I think there's over 120 entries at this point, which is mad. But if any of you didn't see the last video and want to be involved in this giveaway, go check out the video to see how you can do it. I'll stick a link up here and in the description below, so go check it out. But let's get into this week's episode. So we left off the last episode with this much in the game fund, and we've made a few sales this week as well, which is fantastic. We sold one of these Assassin's Creed plushies for £5. We sold the TNA Bound for Glory DVD for £6. We sold the Metal Gear Solid HD Collection for £22.50. We sold the Amazing Spider-Man for £8. And we also sold the Dragon Tales Dragon Quest, I think it was called, I can't even remember now, on the PS1 for £6.50. Now we've had that bad boy since like episode 4, I think, which is massive. It's been sitting there for ages. That is the beauty of eBay, I suppose. Some stuff can sit for some time and then eventually does sell, so I'm glad to see that go. But yeah, that gives us a grand total of this to add to the game fund for a grand total of this. Not too shabby, very happy. Let's get out there. What is up, guys? Welcome back to Operation N64. Now it's the summer holidays, so I have to fit my game hunting in and around the kids. Managed to pop to the charity shop, saw a few bits and pieces, just fitting it in where I can. So guys, we just popped out to post a couple of things that we sold on eBay, and I thought while I'm there I'll pop into the charity shop next door. It's not the best, I hardly ever see games in there, very rarely find anything in there, to be honest, but I found some Blu-ray box sets. She charged me £4.30 for them. I'm showing you now because I'll probably trade them in, but the first one we picked up is this Supernatural, the complete seasons 1 to 5. It's worth like 18 quid. They give you £12 trade-in. The next one is this Batman Anthology. I think it's worth 12 quid and they give you £8 trade-in. And the last one is this Robocop Trilogy, worth about 8 quid and they give you £5 trade-in. So there's a nice £25 in credit right there for a £4.30 spend. Not too bad. Again, guys, we are back at my favourite place here. This is right next to the supermarket and I was sent out to do a little bit of shopping. So when I'm there, I'm going to pop in. And there was a few different games here. It's nice to see new games now and then. It's always a great feeling when you pop into a charity shop and there's something different there. Nothing crazy, but still something different is always good to see. You do seem to find that you're banging your head against the wall going in the same charity shop, seeing the same stuff. So it was very nice to see a different selection of stuff here. I picked up one or two of these games. Not a lot of value here, and I have most of them in my PS2 collection, but there were one or two things that I didn't, and one or two things that might be able to bring a little bit of profit in, so I definitely picked a few things up. Sealed FIFA 15 here. Sealed games, always worth picking up, so I did. And in this other charity shop next door, a bit expensive this one, but there was some of these Frozen Planet like Blu-rays. They had £4 on them. Now I wasn't sure whether to pick them up. CEX sell them for 12 quid and they give you £8 trade-in. So I could have doubled my money on them. I didn't. In hindsight, should I have? Let me know in the comments below what you guys would have done. Would you have picked them up for a quick, easy double money? I didn't this time. Maybe if they're still there, I might grab one or two. A couple games here, nothing crazy. Didn't pick any of these up. So guys, we're going to do a quick trade in at CEX. We're going to trade in them Blu-rays we picked up the other day, plus some stuff we picked up in recent episodes. Some of this stuff's just sitting on eBay. I don't think it's going to sell or not sell very quick. Rather get the trade-in credit. There's about, I'm hoping, about £60 in trade-in just here. So let's get going. So guys, I was so eager to get to CEX for this trade that I forgot my damn keys and locked myself out the house. Fantastic.
2 hours later.
So that was a bloody nightmare. I've been standing in the rain. It's actually brightened up a bit now. But yeah, the missus, thankfully, she cut her shopping trip short, came home to let me in. And now we have a special guest coming along with us. Say hello, boy.
Hello.
Good boy. Let's go. So we got £49 in credit here. They wouldn't take Black Ops 2 because it was too scratched, but I might try and resurface and try again. We'll see. Popped into this charity shop, which is right by CX. And in hindsight, I wish I picked this up. £3, it didn't sound good because it was the wrong game in the wrong case. But then I thought about it and I could have sold the loose disc for like 5-6 quid. Held onto the case because you might see Wii Sports Resort loose. It is one of them games that you can find loose or in a console. So in hindsight, I maybe should have picked them up. I then popped back to my favourite place again, and they had some games, different games again, which is fantastic. I picked up a few bits and pieces for the collection. Yeah, great to see this. I love this place. So yeah, I'm always popping in here. But yeah, nice to see a few more games. If I missed anything, guys, if you can see anything in the background that I should have picked up, let me know. But yeah, it's cool to see cool to see some different games, some very cool like cartoony games, which you know I'm a bit of a sucker for. I love games like that. And then I found something which could have been good, but wasn't. I thought it was initially, got a bit excited. This was a great find here, Shinobi, great find there. But yeah, I did find another game, and when I opened the box, I thought there was something good inside. I thought it was a bit of a winner. But unfortunately, it wasn't what I first thought. You'll see it now, guys. So yeah, I opened it up, and Philosopher's Stone was in there. And on initial thought, I thought it was a PS2 Philosopher's Stone, but it wasn't. It was the PS1 version, which was a shame. I then went up to Cardiff to go to IKEA to grab some furniture for the kids. Went to one of the CEXs there, and next to it was a couple of charity shops. But the prices on this tat were crazy. Like, these games are nothing games, rubbishy games. Maybe like 5-6 quid on these. Some of the FIFAs were like 4 or 5 quid. I mean, come on, man, that's just mad. I don't know where they plucked their prices from, but yeah, I wasn't going to pick any of these up. And we are back in the game space, and it's been an odd week because it's been the first week of the summer holidays, so the kids are off school, and family time and spending time with them is definitely priority over this sort of stuff. But I have managed to fit a little bit of game hunting in here and there around my day-to-day life. So like, I had some stuff to post at the post office, so instead of this one I went to this one because there was a couple of charity shops. I had to go to the food. I do a bit of food shopping, so instead of this supermarket, I went to this one because there was a couple of charity shops. You know what I'm saying. So I tried to just sneak off to the charity shops as and when I could. And considering I had such limited time, I think I've done okay. So as you saw from the footage, I've already traded them Blu-rays in and deducted them from the game fund, so we don't need to worry about them. But as for everything else, I spent a total of £7.50 on the rest of the stuff that we're trying to sell. We'll go through that quickly now. Plus there's a couple of bits and pieces I'm keeping for the collection. And we picked up an N64 game, so we'll get into that in a sec. So the first thing I picked up is this FIFA 15. I know, a bit random, but this thing is factory sealed. It's brand new. It's only worth like £2.50. That's pre-owned in CEX. But you guys have told me, and I always do, is pick up the sealed stuff because it can do better. So I'll probably stick this on eBay for like a tenner. See if someone makes me an offer for it. Even if I only get like 5 quid or 4 quid, whatever. As long as I make a bit of profit on it, I'll be happy. But yeah, always pick up sealed stuff because you never know. The next one is this Scooby-Doo Mystery Mayhem. It's only like a £4 game. But it was nice to see something different that wasn't FIFA and the normal stuff I see. So yeah, £4, nothing crazy, but £1.50 spend, so profit is profit. The next one is the Simpsons game. It's like a £6 game. Again, not a great deal of profit, but like I said, I had very limited time. Cool game though, great to pick this up. The next one is this Family Game Night Volume 3 for the Wii. I'll probably trade this in. I can't imagine it's selling very fast on eBay, and I could double my money. I can get 3 quid for it. Paid £1.50, you can get £3 trade in, so that's probably what I'll do. And then the last thing is the thing I got super excited about, but then I realised I was wrong on closer inspection. But it was this Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. But when I whipped it open, it had the Philosopher's Stone in there. Now my eyes and maybe my mind automatically assumed that it was PS2 Philosopher's Stone because it was in this PS2 case, but it is not. It is PS1 Harry Potter. The PS2 one is like a £50 game, so disc only I would have been hoping for around 30 quid. The one on the PS1 unfortunately has very little value, which is a shame, but I have a copy of this in my own collection, and the disc might be in better nick, so it's definitely worth having. Now let's get into the couple of things for the collection before we find out what N64 game I got. So the first thing for the collection is this Wacky Racers, Dastardly and Muttley. I love games like this. If you guys have been watching the channel, you know how much of a sucker I am for games like this. Great to pick this up for the collection. Paid £1.50 for it. It's like a £6 game, so great to get it for the collection for a lot cheaper. The next one I might have already. I wasn't too sure. It's hard to tell when all my stuff is packed away. But yeah, it is Taz Wanted for the PS2. It's like a £4 game. Paid £1.50, so it's nice to pick it up cheaper. Again, sucker for these types of games. Love the art, love the style, love it. And the last one is a bit of a gem. I considered selling it on for more profit, but I want this in the collection. This is a great game to have in my PS2 collection. Again, if you guys have been watching, you know how much of a soft spot I have for the PS2. So to find this for £1.50 is great. And it is Shinobi. It's like an £18 game in CX. Very cool game. Happy to have this in my collection. I'm not too fussed at the minute because we're doing pretty well selling, and I've still got all the stuff from last week to list this weekend. I'm kind of hopeful some of that will sell and we'll still be up there with a nice healthy game fund to hopefully go out shopping for N64 games next week. I know I said that last week, but I got my fingers crossed that we can do it next week. So fingers crossed. So let's get into the N64 game. Now I wanted to maintain my streak of picking up an N64 game every other episode. This is episode 16, so we had to pick up game number 8. And we were in Cardiff at the IKEA picking up some stuff for the kids. And I made a beeline for one of the CXs up there because I knew they had a game on the list that I didn't have. And that game is an absolute staple. I love this game. It is Zelda Ocarina of Time. Now, I remember when this game came out, the first 3D Zelda game. I didn't have an N64 growing up, but my best friend Stephen, shout out Stephen, he did. And he got this for, I think it was around Christmas time, 1998. I think I was 10, 11 years old. Yeah, I absolutely loved this game. I'd sit there and watch him play it when I wasn't. I just fell in love with this game. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. So I'm absolutely buzzing to have it in the collection. Like I said, it's an absolute staple. I need Majora's Mask as well. I fell in love with that game also. But this being the first 3D Zelda, it just, it just blew my mind. I remember just sitting there watching him play it. I think I was really bad at it. I don't think I was great at it. And I was actually playing this before we moved house. I always like to have an N64 game on the go. I have it cart only. Now I have it complete in box. And this box is absolutely minty, man. I am chuffed at this. I think this is the only real imperfection on it. A tiny little bit of scuff in here. But some people have been touching them up with like black marker. So I might try that. I might not try it on this one. I might try it on something else first. But very cool, cracking condition. Let's open it up and I'll show you the inside. So we have the insert in there with the cart. The cart is in great condition. If it wasn't, I could have always traded it out with my other one. But yeah, great condition on the cartridge. We have the manual right here, which is also in cracking condition. There's a tiny turn up here, but you can flatten that off. But yeah, great condition. All the pages are there. All the colours there. Fantastic. We also have the funny, what is this thing called? Like instruction manual or safety booklet or something. Got this. And it also has, which is a bit folded up, is that poster. The Nintendo Welcome to the Future poster is also in there. So yeah, cracking condition on this. I'm surprised it was still sitting there looking like that. But yeah, great to pick this up. And there it is in its protective case. Looking fantastic. I can't believe how great condition this is in. Fantastic game. Great to add it to the collection. Buzzing. Let's put it on the shelf. So let's cross that off the list. There it is, number 18. Oh my gosh. All done. So yeah, guys, great to add that to the collection. We are now 8 games deep in Operation N64. I'd like to go shopping next week if I can with my game fund, spend a little bit more, maybe pick up a couple more games, get to that 10 mark maybe. That would be fantastic to get ahead of ourselves if you like. But like I said, the kids are off school for 6 weeks now. They're the priority, spending time with them and making sure they enjoy themselves. But I might try and sneak in a trip to Retribution, maybe. We'll see. So yeah, guys, if you're enjoying this series, smash that like button. I really appreciate it. Consider subscribing to the channel. And as always, be rad, stay rad, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.